gone. Sometimes just simply him understanding how close he is to the end zone and a chance to score, and he tightens up and doesn't complete the play.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is incomplete. Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
Oh,
you know
go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
Prescott to throw it. He dumps off to Morris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come out here in the eye. Play clock winding down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
No. Check. Patriots. Set. B-19. Over.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Let's go on attack. We'll see how they attack them here. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is. and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year. And you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
Second down now after the incompletion. Another pistol look here. On second down, Prescott again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A second down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. Lucky Whitehead, his intended target. And it'll bring up third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. On third down, it's Prescott. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Everyone's got four down. Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Prescott yet again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And again, it's Prescott. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott, he's going to look deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw is Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we said.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Sean Lee in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Got his man over the middle. This is quick. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is, isn't there?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. At each other. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The one running back is Gurley. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it?